Hello and welcome to today's video here in the heart of Kent. We're here today in Brands Hatch GP circuit, 2.42 miles long today, to 9 turns, and we're here with your Ginetta GT4 SuperCup race we are today. But before we get into the racing, let's whittle through your qualifying. There's loads of people exiting the pits and coming out the pits now. So it is Peter, Stefan, Stephen, Nathan, Thomas, Axivor, Gianfranco, Jorg, Julius, Chris, Stefan, Stanislav, Gunardo, Boris, Eduardo, Christian and Gregory here today. Are all the ones here, they are here. Today, not everyone will come on track straight away, but here most of them are already on track, and then mostly already having a good thing here. Stanislav was the first out here, he was, and they're all in the same Ginetta GT4 car. Today they are here at the Brands Hatch GP circuit today for race day action. I've already Stanislav, here we go, is doing maximum around this track is 130 for Stanislav in the first track speed there. He will be about, I would say, second quickest down that straight, but not too slow though he won't, as he makes his way up the corner there now in a beautiful car here today. So Stanislav, number 59 today, beautifully arranged he is today. So I'll whittle through when we get in this session full session. So for example, we get full session where everyone's done at least a lap. I'll go through all your numbers, and you guys can all pop in your numbers on a piece of paper. I know people don't, but I'm just going to tell you numbers anyway, just because I can. As he comes out the corner now, very quickly out the corner he comes now. Up the gears he will go now. He does. Up the gears he will go now, and he is now doing 125 miles an hour. Look, as he starts his qualifying off now, he does. A few more cars now will cross the line. They are now, so altogether now 6 cars are on qualifying laps. Here they are now, 8 are on qualifying laps, 9, 10, yeah. Now the rest will come across. They will try and do the track here. This is a quite short circuit for the calendar this year. It's quite short. It's not the shortest circuit they do. It is a British Championship, so they do go to places. So they do tracks they go to are Doddington, Brands Hatch, Silverstone, Alton Park, Snetterton, of course they do, and that's it. Then that's it in England. Then they do one race in Germany at Hockenheim or Nürburgring, and then they go to one race at the Zolder or Spa, and that's it. So they do them 2 rounds just before they go to do Silverstone and Doddington, because they're the last 2 rounds of the year for them. As here we go, Stanislav. He has got a car behind him now, which is pushing. So I don't think Stanislav here will worry really, as we look at how this lap on board now we do. Here it is quite hot here at the track. I'm going to just tell you that now. It's 95 Fahrenheit. It says 102 on the board there. It's not right. It's 102 Fahrenheit. It's not 102 Fahrenheit to be said. It's not hot. It's not that hot here at the track. That's track temperature, by the way. That temperature thing. So yes, it's not as hot as you think it is here today. I'll just look at it now. Because most people who I watch my channels are English, I'm just going to whittle through. It is 32 degrees on track, and off track it is 68 Fahrenheit off track, which is 20 degrees in the air. So it is quite hot in the air there today. It is. And we're all looking today to try and get good here. Stanislav in for 4th, here he is. A few cars now cross now. Let the guys cross the line here, I will. Just to finish off their laps, just so we can get a rundown now of all car numbers as everyone's finished. So with the second lap they're on to now, they are we look at your leader here, Chris. So it is 69, 48, 42, 59, 38, 37, 13, looking for some, 21, 18, 92, 71, 10, look at that car, it looks lovely, 80, 87, 90, 98, 78, 79, sorry, 79 and 5 are your car numbers today. As we look back at your leader now, which of course is Chris, and he slash she, could be a she because Chris can be a girl's name, is flying, he is, and but it is a he today, and he is pushing ever so hard today. He is not quickest because somebody has just gone quicker, but will he get quickest again back from from him? No, he will not. He's only a couple of, whoa, he's only 0.04 off the pace there. He off 0.05 off the pace there, because Gregory just did a 140.824 and Chris's lap was a 140.829, so only 0.005, so only literally a 5,000ths off the time. That's a little margin. That's pretty much, if you just brake, that's literally nothing. That's literally not even braking. If you brake too early, you lose a second. Wow, that's just amazing. As Gregory now puts himself down here, he does here with the cars all going now. This on this game does tell you what time it does, but not that well really, doesn't it? Side by side now is Peter and another car, so I don't know who that is because I need to find out for you. They're all not really in positions really, they're not here today, so it doesn't really matter. We now look at Chris. What's Gregory going to do here? He's nearly finished his lap off here as the top two across the line now. We're going to go on board Gregory now for a lap off the track. Here we are, and I will talk you through what he does and which line you should go here. So out the last corner he comes now, down to the line he comes now, across the line he comes now. He gets quicker, 140.806, which is 0.017 quicker than his last lap here. So this is how he does the lap here. You go near the curb into the first kind of corner kind of section here, then you try and go on the outside line and then turn into the inside line here into corner number 2. Then hit the curb on the outside and then try and rake your way into pretty much a great bit of line there. Then you try and go outside, then hit the curb on the next corner, then hit the outside curb, then come into the bit here before you turn off the Indy circuit and go onto your GP circuit where you nearly clip the curb there, then come up near the inside curb here and then you hit the curb there, and then now you will just race your way, you will up to the next couple of corners now, which you can see now he is doing as he brakes into the corner now. He does there, and he's not really going to brake too much there, he's not, as he's still pretty quick around the circuit here now. He is, as he turns around, he comes now to the next corner, clipping both curbs there. Then this bit now is a nice fast sweeping hander, there it is, but then braking into the braking zone here. He is down on his previous time, but doesn't matter though it doesn't, as he tries to overtake a car. But what you do there is you go into the inside corner, then clip the outside, and then come in here, then come in, you do here, then when you've done that here, you come through the over the track there, then you clip the curb on the inside, then the curb on the outside you do, or you don't have to, but go near the curb on the outside, and then you come to the line, and across it he comes now, 141.811, that is 1.004 seconds slower than his fastest lap there, it is there. Second now, crossing the line, will he improve his lap time here? He won't, but it was a 141.187, so they are quite slow, the lap times here today. Not slow, but you've got to say they're quite slow here. They are, as about 2 seconds, about 0.2 seconds back on the top two is your third position. Gianfranco here is pushing it, so the only Italian in this one today he is, and he is looking to like this one here. We have only We only have 10 minutes and 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go of the session here. We do. So not long left in the session, so a little bit of time left to tell here in this qualifying session. So yes, and the race will be tomorrow, so they have a race only on Sundays, and that'll be tomorrow for you guys. If you are watching the channel tomorrow, that'll be on tomorrow. This will be today, the qualifying will, tomorrow will be the race, so yep, should be good. Out the corner now he comes, he's going to race his way down now the little straight before he comes here. The back straight is, by the way, where T1 is, so as he comes out the corner now, will he get a quicker lap here, or will it just be slow? It might actually be quicker this lap, I do believe. I don't think he'll get a quicker lap, no he won't, he's butchered that lap completely there. He is 1.17 off his best lap, off his last lap or best lap there, as we now look at a second here. Will he improve here? Wow, he's only on 34 seconds, now 35, now 6, now 7, now 8. So this lap could be quicker here. It is quicker. No, it's 0.306 slower than his quickest lap. That is so quick, that is there. Here it is, as we now look back down the field here, now we do. As we now can look at 13th here, as Julius here coming to the line now. What lap time is he going to get here? Is he going to get a quick lap time here? 1:43.589, which is 0.058 slower than his last lap, which is quite unusual though it is. But anyway, he does produce an okay lap there. He does, as he breaks into the braking zone now. Around he goes now, down he's going to go to complete the lap of here. There he does. We now go back and look at your fourth position here of Boris here, as Boris now look in that yellow car. Love the yellow colour car there, 42 of course. So if we didn't say 42, anyway, we have 42. If we did, then we got 42 as well. As he blurts down the little straight here, he does, before he gets to the last corner now, which you have to brake at the. What we do with the last corner is, I've learned this because I've done it. You brake at the start of the corner, then you just put your throttle down for the whole corner, for the rest of the corner. As he comes down to the line now, what time is it going to be? A 1:41.2.38, which is 0.004 seconds slower than his fastest lap. So he is pushing ever so hard. Here he is to get a good lap in here with approximately 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Here he does, as we now look at 15th, which is Christian. What's Christian going to do here with his lap as he comes down to the line now? Across it he comes now. A 1:45.230, which is 0.829 slower than his quickest lap he's ever done. So he's not really quick there, not here. There is massive margin in error here, there isn't. As we now look at 14th here, Jacquior here crossing the line now. He goes 1:43.951, which is 0.053 slower than his fastest lap, which is actually quite bad, not that bad here really. But the battle for the lead is still hotting up. Here it is. It's still Gregory then Chris, but Chris has pulled a quicker lap up there. 1:42, a 1:40.829, which is quicker than he would expect it to be doing. So now look at Gregory here. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him. Gregory has. We now look on board of him here. Go on board now. We do to check if this lap's going to be quick, but I don't think it will be because he has some traffic in front of him, which I would say may just not compromise him a good lap here. But it is fourth though, so it's not like a slow car in front of him. It's nowhere near a slow car, and they do come to the line now. He does cross it now. What lap time is that? He just set the fastest lap of the race, a 1:40.579. Wow, he just blown that lap away there. He has another quick lap on him there. As we now look and see what Chris can do, a 1:41.278, which is 0.449 slower than his quickest lap ever. So that is pretty not that bad there. As he now makes it up the 69 does. Into the corner, breaks in now. He does, turns out the corner now to Chris, and he wants to try and do well in this race. He does here. There's loads of cars now across the line. They do. It's nice weather, a nice race today to welcome you into this. There is another race. These are a support race this weekend. They are. and they do bring a project car support race with them, so it's nice that they are support racing this weekend. Some of the great categories weekend. They are a support. They are, I don't know if they are, yeah, they are, I'll class them as a support race. They are a support race for the 12 car field we have later for you today in today's qualifying session. So this will go straight up on to my channel, and then my Formula category will go up. The Formula Bs around here, they have 12 Formula Bs, and they should be nimble. They should, but it will say 13 on your screen, but it actually isn't. It's only 12 because I'm in there. Just I can't set on it for you. As Chris now, we'll look at see what sector 2 is for him. 0.081 slower than his quickest lap, which is not actually that bad, but it is quite bad in the same way. Here it is. As he makes it up, here we do. So the formulas get more of a race, if you know what I mean, than these do. So formulas have a quicker race than these do. They have a longer race than these. I think these have 12 laps. I think the formulas have a 20 lap race, so it's quite a longer race for formulas to do today. As he only a 140.978, he's only 0.1449 slower than his quickest lap, which isn't that bad, but he needs to push it because he is loads of seconds behind Gregory here, which Gregory now is in a little bit of a clump of cars. So this lap for Gregory I don't think will be quick. As you can see in front there, some cars there as Gianfranco there trying to get past the car in front here. He goes side by side still there, he does. Has he got through there, Gianfranco? Yes, he has. He's got past there, so he now is up, not a position, but up on the road. He's up on the road here, he is a bit. He's got a clear road ahead of him now. He has Gianfranco, and he can now try and pull a gap away from the cars behind. Here he can, so he can get some quick hot laps in. Here he can, but then 49 here. Can he get a quicker lap than a 141.094? Because if he can't, then pretty much he will not get anything better there. We have 3 minutes 11 seconds to go. Sorry, the timer does go off quite a bit here. It does. Here, as it rockets, he now comes out the corner there now, puts his foot down, and he does down the little straight here, which you can do 100 and about 17, maybe 20 if you're lucky here. He hits the curb nearly there as he blurts out now. He does down, he comes now to the line. What lap time is this going to be here? It's a 141.419, which is 0.325 seconds slower than his quickest lap, which is not that bad actually. As Chris now out the last corner, he will come now. What lap time is this going to be from Chris? A 141.736, which is a 0.907 lap slower, which is so as I think it will be for the rest of the session, as we have approximately 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. As you can see down in the left hand side corner where it says lap 10 and what position he's in and the time ticking away, there you can. I think it will be the same, so I'm going to say now the order I am. So in first is Gregory, second is Chris, third Gianfranco, fourth Boris, fifth Thomas. Haven't talked about him much today. We're going to talk about him, Stanislav, Stefan, then it's Eduardo in 8th, 9th Eduardo, 10th Nathan, 11th Peter, 12th Steve, 13th Julian, 14th Jakiva, 15th Christoph, and 16th George. As we now go back up your field, here we do for Thomas now, who is got a little bit of traffic ahead of him, who is I don't actually know who he's got in front of him actually, Thomas, so I'm just going to quickly check for you. Oh, we've got Guiato, who's in 8th in front of him, so not a slow car in front of him, but not a quick car, if you know what I mean. As we now officially have only got 1 minute and 6 seconds to go, so any car that crosses the line now will not get a lap in, of course. That is what we say, so any car that's just crossed the line will get lapped in, so you know what I mean. As we now wait for Thomas to finish his lap off here. This will be, this lap he's on now is his last chance to get a quick lap in. Here it is. So it will be quite impressive here. It will, with 41 seconds to go. It should be a quick lap here from Thomas, as we now go on board, back on board with Thomas here. Thomas is doing alright in the championship. He's third in the championship, 28 points. Yeah, 28 points behind the leader here. As he crosses the line now, 143.402. That is 1.643 slower than his fastest lap, which is quite slow actually, that is. And that doesn't surprise me at all that he is that slow. It's not, it doesn't. But anyways, he comes now down here. He won't get another lap in, so let's just see as one last car will cross the line, and that is it for today. And we've got about 5 seconds to go of the session here as the last car now crosses. So we get your order here. It stays the same, so but I have to read it out to you anyway. So it is Gregory in the lead. First Gregory, second Chris, third Gianfranco, fourth Boris, fifth Thomas, sixth Stanislav, seventh Stefan, eighth Eduardo, ninth Guardo, 10th Nathan, your top 10 there, who get, so top 10 by the way in this championship get points, just to tell you. 11th Peter, 12th Steve, 13th Julius, 14th Javier, 15th Christoph, and 16th Jorg in the race today. Hopefully you did enjoy. I've been Casual5, and thank you very much for watching qualifying today. Tomorrow will be the race, and so tomorrow will be your Formula B race as well. So hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the race.